Welcome to C7. We got 4 red pieces, 1 star, and I believe that's it, right? Like, that'll be every piece and every star of this entire realm, which kind of caught me by surprise, because that means that if I get that 1 star, I think, if I remember correctly, that means I'll have 100% completion of this entire zone as far as stars goes.
My faith in you was not misplaced. You have learned much and shown great wisdom in these trials. The end of your journey lies close now. Do not falter, do not fear, and do not give in to temptation.
God, there's no time. Just not enough time. We're trying to build the future out of old video game code and half-finished research projects. We should have had years, maybe decades, with the kind of money they used to put into building bombs. If I stop and think about how crazy this is, I will have a nervous breakdown. So I won't. Yeah, okay. Back to work, Alex.
And I believe that was Alexandra. I believe she's the one who's constantly. They keep saying that she's like refusing to. I don't think she's mourning or visiting her family. I think she's just so consumed by doing this all day that it's all she does. What's to say? This place should be cold, but I don't feel cold. It's as if I was observing everything from a distance. It's pointless. Iraq Post 6. We keep seeing new people, which surprises me this late in the game to see new names altogether.
Intelligence is more than just problem solving. Intelligence is questioning the assumptions you're presented with. Intelligence is the ability to question existing thought constructs. If we don't make that part of the simulation, all we'll create is a really effective slave.
I'll admit I am somewhat happy that whenever I see a little gated off area for the overworld, because it means that it's going to be much more manageable figuring out where the secrets may or may not be. What really throws me off is some of those desert levels with the massive open world where you're just like, I'm not even sure where to start looking for the secret. This area is so big. Let's start reading though. Hello. This is it. This is our last terminal in the ABC part of the world. But it's been pointed out that there's 4 difficulties of pieces, and I've only found 3 so far, which would suggest... Wait, that actually doesn't answer my question, because we've found gray already, so I guess that is also different from... I don't know. I'm gonna drop that topic. Team diminishing by the day. Proud of them nevertheless. Archive now incomprehensibly huge, still missing thousands of works, impossible to truly finish. Work already commencing on a sorting program to help catalog the archive resources in our absence. But like everything else, it has its foibles. Talk to Alexandra. Talos going well. Maybe the archive's first user will be terrestrial after all. Estimate about a week, maybe 10 days, but I'm unable to keep working. A betrayal to leave early? Oh man. The person here, basically everyone's leaving the staff at this point. It's the last days before whatever happens consumes everyone. Something that shows symptoms so people have a time limit before they just stop working altogether. This person has 10 days left and the work's going to take up about a week, so they're questioning whether or not they should just leave and get something out of the last days of life, or should they be consumed by this program the way that Alexandra, of course, is. And Alexandra looks like they're doing well, so at first when I said Archive's first user might be terrestrial after all, I questioned the idea of like, oh, do you mean like... I was clinging to my old idea of like, were they downloading people into this program? I've pretty much abandoned that concept by now. I'm pretty sure that we're completely invented AI and that's it. I've gone past the idea of anyone in this game being originally human, like a downloaded consciousness of any kind. But they're saying here that if she works fast enough, that someone who's human might actually get to use this archive to, like, as in browse it, and not just some future alien or long distant survivor, or who knows what's left after this. Because in many apocalypses that we invent in our stories, oftentimes some humans do exist afterwards, and it's just we just think of it as the end, but there's still some people left over. Happens in the 100, where everyone leaves the planet because it's impossible to survive. But then, wait, are there people here all along? Or obviously Fallout, whereas the whole point is that some tiny fraction of society exists afterwards. Invention of Borders.html. Excerpt. The Invention of Borders by Fatima Nugin. What today's nationalists and neo-segregationists fail to understand, Kwame said, is that the basis of every human culture is and always has been synthesis. No civilization is authentic, monolithic, pure. The exact opposite is true. Look at your average Western nation. Its Arabic numbers, its alphabet Latin, its religion Levantine, its philosophy Greek. Need I continue? And each of these examples can itself be broken down further. The Romans got their alphabet from the Greeks, who created theirs by stealing it from the Phoenicians, and so on. Our myths and religions, too, are syncretic, sharing, repeating and adapting a large variety of elements to suit their needs. Even the language of our creation and the DNA itself is impure, defined by a history of amalgamation, not only between nations, but even between different human species. Tasks. Discuss the excerpt in the context of Wolfgang Welch's theory of transculturality, and then 2 is pretty corrupted at this point. So that little isolated piece was basically an essay topic, maybe almost for like an SAT or something like that. Now Uriel pointed his sword to the tree of life, which grew in the heart of dead Jerusalem. Behold, the tree grows still. Though the city is dead, within all that is mortal, there is the seed of immortality. For it is immortal, sorry. I'm having like breathing problems all of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck. Welcome to Bad Day for Recording, apparently. Within all that is mortal, there is the seed of immortality. For it is immortal that fashioned it from the chaos and void. Being a humble man of little wisdom, I asked, Great Uriel, we are not allowed to eat from the tree of life. How may we be saved? And Uriel commanded me to stretch out my hand, and he gave me his fiery sword, which burned my hand. And he said, Only by sacrifice can you free the world from the dominion of sin. With a prayer on my lips, I fell upon Uriel's sword, and it pierced my heart, and truly, on my body, the stigmata of the Lord appeared, dripping blood that was not my blood onto the ground. And the 7 heads of the dragon that were crowned in black clouds receded, and light fell upon the earth, and Jerusalem was born again. Thus the angels departed, having delivered their message, and I awoke in the fields of our fair land. That was actually a really good topic earlier about... Oh yeah, right, those are the great pieces I was kind of hinting at before. What's this anyway? Look how long our list of things is. Look at all the homework we've been doing. We've been such good boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we got 14, 15. We're missing, so we're pretty much closed the gap on time capsules, the audio logs. All we're missing is 16, which I believe should be on the, if I go take the axe to one of the previous worlds, it should give me access to like the one time capsule I don't have yet, I believe. And that's really about all we're missing at this point, I think. So we're pretty caught up on those. It's really interesting that they point out the fact that, I'll just get one of these puzzles started real quick. Crisscross Conundrum Advanced, play button and connector. Okay. What's interesting about, was Crisscross Conundrum a previous level? Is this just like a remake of that level that's harder? Because I expected that to at least wait until we get to the next region or something before that happened. In the religion thing, it's really interesting. This is of course a touchy subject if you believe in any of the stuff, of course, but as someone who went to college, and I'm of course not religious at all really, but I went to college and I read about other religions, and I took a Norse mythology class, and I took magic, witchcraft, and religion, and a few other courses on the subject, and it's really fascinating to watch the reoccurring elements. It's like when you adapt a story, like when you the weird translation of like this probably sounds really condescending to say, but it's like watching The Hobbit get turned into 3 movies and see how one person affects the story and expands it over time. Sometimes there's elements of religion that reoccur in such a way where things are warped over time in certain aspects, and you kind of get a similar feeling of like this is just something being adapted by people in a similar manner from culture to culture into completely different religions that will then go to war with each other over disagreements of definitions of things. It's interesting. So, blue has to connect to blue, red has to connect to red, and we have, of course, a problem where we immediately have a problem because they're obviously can't cross, and there's no elevation changes to use here. But we have a play button in the other room, which is going to play a potentially important role here. So we have 2 connectors here. Right off the bat, let's disconnect these real quick. Right off the bat, I'm going to assume, see, we have one that has, this is connected, red's connected, blue is not connected. That means that most likely the one we're going to want to do is we're going to want to have red connected to red, but all the way around blue, so that we can have a simple connection to blue. And the only way to do that is through the play button, basically. So, my question is, how can we best angle this? This might be challenging a bit. Unless there's a way to do it with blue, no, you can't do it with blue, because, yeah, red has to wrap around behind, because there's no way to make blue connect that way. My issue, of course, is, oops. Meant to do that. My issue is, how do I connect it the rest of the way around? We must have to use a separate... I'm pretty sure we have to use another connector, so that's what the play button... So one of the buttons we're going to use here is going to be from the play button itself. I must have to just slightly move it to the side. I'm trying to get myself the best angle possible. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. We're going to need a 3rd red connector to finish opening the gate. Oh. There's a problem. So the problem we face here is the fact that this gate's going to be closed until this door is open. Because my plan would be to have, like, put a 3rd connector here to connect to that, and that opens the gate. And then the 4th connector, because we can duplicate each of them, we can go from 2 to 4, would be to have blue connect to blue. That's not going to work, though, is it? So now we have a problem, because I can't access the play button, because it's inside the gate. So how do I open this door in a way... This might have some trial and error attached to it. There's an obvious problem here. Let's see, let's get the best possible angle for this one in case I can reconnect them a bit. See, let's see, can I get behind and connect both these at once? Yes, okay, so one connector here would finish the circuit. So my new problem here is, how do I break, I guess I can break the circuit by, standing here a bit, but even then, I don't know how to break the circuit, because it's gonna be a weird, it's gonna be like a weird ghost piece. Right now, this part takes me back to the concept of just me wishing that I could, this is the part that always makes me wish that I could just, record a specific state instead of waiting around for X number of time. There we go. You guys just gonna stand around like a jackass for a while? So... obviously I can connect to these. And I can use this to connect blue... to blue. Oops. Yep, I didn't give myself enough time, which is frustrating. But also, yeah, I don't know how to break the circuit, unfortunately. Let's see here. Oh, I think I get it. So, I could start record. Okay, I think I need to just start doing it because it'll take too long to explain, probably. Alright, set up the beginning of the circuit. That guy can just hang out there, probably. So, this keeps the door open. What I can do is I can start recording, and then I can start moving the circuit. So when I come back, it should be locked. No. Shit. But if I lock myself out of the room, I can't give myself time to leave. I think if I move anything, aren't I gonna lock myself out of the room? So I can't get back in to turn the play button back on. This is a little nightmare, isn't it? But wait a minute. First, I just didn't disconnect it. It was getting blurted out. I guess I can always reestablish the circuit at the end, though, to let myself back in. Okay. So right off the bat, that was a waste of time, so let's just stop the recording and start again. There we go. So, right now it's open, so we're fine. But what I want to do is I want to move this so that this is connected to that back there. That should have given myself enough time to get out of there. So now these two connectors are here. Ta-da! Now I just need to give myself enough time for future me to solve the puzzle, Because future me is going to make duplicates of these two things. One of them's going to finish the circuit, like I said before, and the other one's going to duplicate the blue. I just need to give him enough time, because unfortunately, this game does not let you pause the recording. I find that very frustrating, because it means it leads to moments like this where you have to wait around awkward amounts of time, so that future you has enough time to solve the puzzle. And if you fuck up and don't give them enough time, then you have to spend even more time trying to fix the problem. Alright, I'm gonna assume that future me did it by now. By which now I need to reopen the door, so that I can even do the recording part next. Alright, so, click. Here we go. Clicky clicky. So I need to click on that. I need to click on that. And I need to connect these little fuckers. At line of sight. There we go. I need to grab this duplicate over here to connect the blue to the blue. And we are out of there. That wasn't too bad. I got thrown off for a little bit. No! Are you fucking with me? There we go. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Me running around like a jackass was interrupting the laser, and that was making it harder for me to proceed. Oh man, yeah, look at me running around like a jackass. I didn't consider that, but yeah, me running around killing time was gonna interrupt lasers and just be a general dick to past me. Why you gotta be a dick to me? Me? I'm just you. And now he's trying to go back in. Hey, he cheated, he walked through that, it was broken. He defies physics. Okay, so out of here. 1 down, 3 to go, and I have this paint can. Why not just use it? Let's see, once upon a time I used to get new messages all the time. But now they're just kind of like whatever, aren't they? Let's see. I should put the one about fixing a problem in 20 seconds, but just put it somewhere that's not even a puzzle, just to make people question things like, what are you talking about? I solved this one in about 20 seconds. Get on with it. Yeah, I kicked your ass. Yeah, that's right, overworld. I solved you so hard. And your potentially 0 puzzles. In here. Whee! Prison Break. I've never seen that show. Also, that phrase exists outside of the context of that show, obviously, but I've never seen that show. I heard they broke out of prison in that show. In fact, I think they broke out of prison relatively early in that show, and then the show kept going, and they were like, what do we do? They had to come up with more reasons for the show to keep going. It's like when you watch Lost, and they leave the island, and you're like, wait, this show still exists outside the island? So, we have 2 fans, and we can't power them yet, because we don't have a blue laser. Although we do have a blue source now. No connector, though? Nope. So, we can't power that, so the fans are currently useless. We don't even know what the purposes they'll serve anyway later, but for now at least they can press these buttons so I can proceed to find other things, like this box over here. Look at this freaky box. Ooh. So if you power yourself, you can get flung over that wall. I just need to go put a fan on it, which obviously I can grab from next to the blue laser. But for a second here, I just want to look around. So, blue laser gets me another box, and if I levitate a laser, I could probably get line of sight to get a lot of these things out. There's a connector, but I need another connector just to open it in the first place. Another connector. So if I make one levitate, there it is. If I can make one of these guys levitate, then it'll be able to connect to a lot of these things. I should just connect them all now. I don't know if it'll have line of sight properly, but it's better to just get it started now than have to reset it up later. So, we'll put you down over here. Oh yeah, connect you to that, and to that. So now now the issue is I can't, The issue here is I can't levitate it without getting another laser. So yeah, I can power these fans right now, but I can't get it on. There's a line of sight problem where I can't get it on the fans to make it levitate to then go up in the air and self-perpetuate potentially. So ultimately this is going to come down to connecting this to something. Was there a window back here? No window back there, so we'll see which connector I have line of sight with right now. That one. And that should give us, yep, there's the box. The box of handiness. Okay, so that's taken care of. Now that I have this box, for now, I can get away with removing this, I think. Yeah, get out there. There we go. That gives me a chance to put one of the fans. Oh wait, no, not put it back. We can take it forward. Because as we've established, There's a broke-ass fan over here. So let's figure out what use that fan is in a second here. There's a connector back there. So, really quick here, let's connect to that. Did I break line of sight? Box, why? Why must you taunt me? There we go. Things are connected. Doesn't necessarily serve a purpose yet, but we'll find out what it does later, if it does anything else. And if I get one, if I get that connector, I can easily start, I believe I can start connecting further and further into this maze. But yeah, it seems like the next step is going to be to use this. Whee! That looks like it's going to hurt a lot. Did not hurt a lot. Turns out I'm a robot. Surprise. Now I have this, but I can't take it over the wall with me. As far as I can tell, there's a ladder. The ladder serves the specific purpose of not letting me take the connector back with me. My goal is to connect to this in order to proceed, and it is impossible to do as of right now because of the fence in the way, which means my goal is to take a connector and bring it over the wall with me, particularly because clearly I have line of sight for the source of the laser right there. So, that means I need to take a block. I need to apply weight to the button. Let's see here. One block here, one block there. I need both of these down to keep the door open, so I can't move them necessarily. You don't do anything, I can move you. So, question is, how do I go about getting this over the wall? How do I get that over the wall without using a block necessarily? Because if I send the block over the wall, I'm not getting it back, I don't think. I don't think I can possibly bring it back, and I need the block to send myself over the wall afterwards. So, that's a problem. It is quite the quantum conundrum. Hang on a second. Line of sight. Nope, they were very particular. That's why this one's on the left window and that one's... Yeah. The reason why this is on the left side instead of right side here is to make sure it doesn't come in line of sight. Because I was thinking, that laser can reach all the way to the source, so if I put it in the window, I could put a second laser here, the one that's already on this side, and I could connect it over there and get my next connector, but it's out of line of sight. They're very careful with their design in this game. Let's see if... Like, these things have shittier physics when you put them in a fan without a block, but we'll see if it works. Did not make it over the wall. Yep, they're particular about everything, so... Oh wait, fucking... I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm so focused on the fact of that I can use a block as a delivery mechanism, I forgot the fact that I can just physically carry it. That was embarrassing. I wasted like a minute on that. I will... Oh, connector. Ooh, another blue source. This is potentially important. So, first of all, I'm going to want to connect that to that. Huh. First of all, I don't need that yet. This source isn't important yet because I still have the laser from beyond the wall, so I can take that with me for now. But I am going to want to find a way to get those lasers into this room again. Ha 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 ha. Let's see here. Let's see. How do I move any of these lasers out of here without closing the door on myself is now the question. Because even moving one of them, I'm immediately screwed, and there's no jammer here. So, ideally, I would use this laser to escape. But it's only activated by... Oh, duh. Now that I've progressed to this point, the fan is no longer important, probably, maybe, hopefully. So, I can put the fan down, which gives me the ability to use the original laser source. And now that I have the original laser source, I can connect it. What this means is that this laser, which is connected to this door from this side, will still be powered when I remove the original laser, like this. There we go. Which means I can take this laser with me outside again. Outside. And that means I can finally connect to this one, and get another connector. And now that I have another connector, I can take that into the next chamber with me, and take it to this one. And now I have everything, basically. So what's back here? Oh, another one. Okay. This is where, presumably, the part where you can levitate a block with a laser is going to come in handy. because there's so many lasers being used to get this far in the puzzle that it's becoming, dare I say, inefficient. So, that connection doesn't matter, that connection doesn't matter. Now our mission is just to get every laser out of this network if we can. So, how do we proceed? First of all, I need a way of getting, if it's possible, to get this laser out of this room, which is difficult because there's currently a bullshit. Is it? First of all, let's question this. Is it possible to get this laser out of this room? Because something has to power this door. We have no jammers in this level, so the only thing I can think of is line of sight with levitation. Even that doesn't seem possible. I don't think that the levitating. It does not seem to me like the levitating blocks are going to be have line of sight with this guy. So this asshole might be trapped forever, unfortunately. I don't know if I can get him out. I'm a little cautious because it'll be a lot of work to get this network reset up if I disconnect it. Huh. But I think I have to for now. Yeah, fuck it. I'll take the next. Oh, that was poorly orchestrated. Yep, he's just trapped in there forever now. Yeah, I have no way. That was pointless. I can't get back out of here. So I need to find a way of getting that fan back out, probably. So, let's look into levitating one of these guys, because we should have an extra fan sitting around. There it is. We have a fan there. I'm gonna want to put a connector there. I'm gonna want to use a connector here because it won't. I need to establish a line of sight, and that'll help me with the connect, and blammo. Actually, disconnect. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to want to put a fan down first with a laser on it, because the moment I connect it, it turns on. I really do wish that more fans had switches on them, because that's very handy. It is very handy to have a switch. We'll connect to that just in case. In fact, I'll just click on everything. Fucking whatever. Now click on you, and you, and you, and fucking whatever. You get clicked on too? Have fun? We'll just see a ridiculous quantity of lasers in every possible direction, and we'll see how many of them connect. Can I see you from back here? Come on. There we go. Careful. Look how many connections we have, potentially. And that one. Hopefully it'll become self-perpetuating. And that one, and that one. This is dumb. Look how many connections it's trying to make. Okay, so. Ta-da! Oop. Alright, now what happens? That was the sound of several doors opening as a result of this spectacular light show happening right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lasers coming out of one connector right now. Not necessarily making their targets, but trying. Yep, as predicted, this one does not make contact because of an annoying gate being in the way. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to get those out necessarily. I don't even know what was out. Oh, it's attached to that laser. Yeah, that one doesn't matter. Basically, not making contact with a lot of things. That hits this one, which doesn't potentially matter either. But does it make me go? Yep, it does get me going forward. So now, basically, all I need is to connect a laser to that and that. So my target is going to be. I should have checked this before leaving, of course. Does it self-perpetuate? It does. It's making a connection. So now this fan's pointless. There we go. Now my goal is going to be trying to circumvent the area a bit. So, we need to make a connection to this one, and the only way to do it is to put down a new connector. Now progress has been made, all that's left is to step on this button, but I also need to grab the piece itself, so something needs to be on this button for me to proceed, and can't be you, because you're holding the door open. So basically, where can I find one loose object that's not currently trapped in one way or another? I can't get either of these guys out right now because the doors are. There's no way of getting past the door as far as I can tell. So I'm looking for a spare block. Hello, block. Obviously that one's used for flying, so I can't use that one. That fan is being used here. Didn't I find 2 fans? Did I misplace it? So here's an issue. I can't get out of this area with this block because it's holding the door open as of right now. So, problem is happening. We are having problem. Where did I put the other motherfucking fan? Is it still in here? It is still in here. So... Huh. If I want to get the fan out of here... Oh, okay, I have a solution. I need an alternate form of pressure. Temporarily. No. Shit. I was thinking I could grab this and just take it in here and replace the fan location. But then I would need to. That doesn't take to deal with the fact that I have to have something on this door to keep this door open so I can get back out. Oh wait, I don't need to get back out though. I don't need to get back out because there's a ladder. But anything I leave in here is going to get trapped with me. Also, I have to do an annoying amount of circuit rewiring in order to get behind that ladder again. Ah, I feel stuck. I feel stuck. This is not a good spot to be in. Because I'd have to re-solve the puzzle practically from scratch to deal with the fact that I closed that gate a while ago and kind of ruined everything. And I think that's what's going to have to happen. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to restart this puzzle here, guys, because I think I may have trapped myself a bit by probably the moment I closed this door. Because I don't have a single physical object that I can pick up to close this, to open this, this one last part of the puzzle. I am trapped. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Here we go, an important change has been made, which is that this time, when I made the thing levitate, it's also connected to this guy and this guy, which may not be always true, but now I have a way of repositioning this guy in a way where he'll keep the door open without screwing me. Ta-da! There's so much blue on the screen right now. Whee! I can move this guy over here, which, if this works correctly, I should be able to... Okay, that did not work as intended. So it still isn't keeping this door open necessarily. But maybe this guy can keep the door open at the right angle. He can. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. So, just the right angle? Just the right angle? But closer to the door, maybe? Oh, god damn it. This might not be as possible as I was starting to think it might be. Bummer. Let's see. The important thing is I can open the door, right? So, we just need this door open. Right? What? Oh, too close to the wall. There we go. The door's open in a way that allows me to take this box out, which I believe is where I was stuck. What's wrong with you? Oh, son of a bitch. It's fine. I just need to back it up a little bit. Please float higher. There we go. Oh, it's frustrating. It's a little frustrating that the floating things move up and down in a physics sort of way, just because it means you have to deal with the fact that, oh, it's all set up now, perfect. Oh, it's moving a little bit. Fuck. So now I have the block. I have the free block. The one free block I needed to survive the puzzle, and it is found, and now I can use this connector, like I did before, to connect to the lasers. What a great description. I use the connector to connect to lasers. I am a king of commentary. Ta-da! Important solution. Important missing link in solution was found. That's 2 out of 4. No sign of the star yet, though. Still, relatively happy with my solution there. Also, that's a big fucking beacon warning sign, isn't it? What's that, a giant floating blue thing full of lasers? No, we've never had a giant floating laser be involved in a puzzle before. Here, let me guess though, it's gonna be... I'm gonna have to bounce a red laser off it, aren't I? It's like, that's floating, but I'm gonna have to disconnect it from the blue stuff, and then probably like bounce a red laser up to it from here or something. It looks like I don't have line of sight, so maybe not. But I wouldn't be surprised if that floating spot is gonna be used in one of the other puzzles somehow to unlock the star. But first I need to find out where it is. So, L